Okay, we'll just sit here and see who comes in live here. I sure appreciate everybody who likes to watch me talk. Boy, rainy day, nasty. Whew. One of those days, when you don't want to be outside. You just want to sit and relax and enjoy life. Cheers, folks. All right. So it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. What's happening? It's raining. Been raining off and on all day. Not good. We were working on the Chariot earlier and putting new lights on because I don't know if you guys watched my video for last night. A lot of people came and told me that my mineral water had been delivered in Kinyanadutai. There's no way to deliver it to my house. So generally, we have either delivered to Kinyanadutai or we bring it and put it on a boat or a raft, as we're doing now. We transport it across the river and then we pick it up with our chariot and we drive it to our village because the only means of getting here right now, currently, is the sidewalk. It's about, 4 feet wide, 5 feet wide, big enough for the chariot. That's it. Only thing you can bring down our sidewalk is your motorcycle, a chariot, a carabao with a cart behind it, type thing. Something narrow that can go down because it's only like a sidewalk. Hello, welcome. Glad you could come in. I felt like I was talking to myself. Wow, I feel better now. Somebody's actually watching. Thanks for coming in. Don't forget to give me a big old like. As soon as they came in, they went back out again. What do I need to do? Do a dance and a jig to keep them entertained? I guess I need to stand up and do a dance and a jig and keep you entertained so you'll stay in the room and give me a big old thumbs up, huh? All right, folks. Glad you could make it. Anyway, I think people will realize I'm live. I didn't go and tell anybody. I just decided I'm going to pop in here and talk about today's events. But anyway, I went to go pick up my mineral water yesterday in the chariot and with my brother-in-law, and the chariot wasn't up to the task. I got about 100 meters down the road and the drive shaft in the back where it connects to the drive gear in the back, it came apart, separated out to where the gears and the splines could not connect anymore, so I wasn't going anywhere. Shut the engine down, took a look at it, said, crap, I know what I got to do. So I went to get tools. My brother-in-law went over to my other brother-in-law's house. He was with me to help me. He went to my other brother-in-law's house to try to find a 14 millimeter wrench. And I took off to go home to get some wrenches that I needed. When I came back, he was limping, coming back towards the chariot. I asked him what happened. He ripped the toenail off his center toe. He ripped the toenail right off. He slipped because it was wet, raining, and he had slipped in my other brother-in-law's house and he had hit the cement or something and ripped the toenail off his toe. So there went my help. I have no help now. So he went home to doctor himself, and I realized I still didn't have the right tools. I made 4 trips back and forth to my house to get the right tools or what I thought were the right tools. Try to find a better flashlight. My flashlight was going dead. My solar light I grabbed, it was going dead. I'm laying up underneath the chariot. I made a couple short videos for you guys to watch. I posted them up last night. And I'll tell you what, it was a mess. The rain hadn't stopped, so it was sprinkling, just misting, sprinkling. The road was all muddy where I was, just covered in mud. So I went and I grabbed a couple of feed sacks from the pig food. Where we feed the pigs, we had some plastic sacks. I grabbed those so I could lay down in the mud and got the wrenches, took it apart. Sure enough, exactly what I knew was happening was there. There's a thread that sticks out of the drive. It's a rear pumpkin of the drive system on the axle, right? There's a thread, a rod that sticks out like this. And this piece goes on, and then there's a nut that you thread on, and then you put a cotter pin through the hole to hold the nut in place that holds the back piece engaged onto the pumpkin. Then this piece comes up to it and bolts up with 4 bolts around it, okay? And that is what holds your drive section together. Well, everything was together. The only problem is that nut and the cotter pin, or the nail or whatever was in there, was gone. So the whole thing moved forward about an inch, okay? And I attribute it to the fact that the 2 springs on the front motor mounts of my engine were missing. The bolts were gone. So the whole engine was able to move somewhat. And I think it was enough to pull it out off the spline. As soon as the nut fell off in the back, it was able to pull that whole assembly forward. And when it did, it disengaged. No longer were the grooves lined up and holding and spinning. It just came off. So that's what I can explain to you, how I can explain it. The other way is just look at the videos that I posted up. But that's what happened to us. I'm not seeing anybody in the chat, guys. I don't know what happened. My chat's not working. I can see 6 people in the room, 1 thumbs up. I see only 1 like, but I don't see anybody chatting to me. Weird. Let me try something. I got 4 people watching now. Please bear with me a minute. I'm going to power off my phone, power it back on, see if YouTube will let me have my chat back. I don't know why it's doing this. Just bear with me, guys. In the meantime, give me a thumbs up so I have 4 when I come back. Wow, that is so weird. Chat filters, none. Chat filter, all messages. I got nothing, guys. Hello, stop the press. Hello and howdy. I got a chat, guys. Maybe I just wasn't getting any chats from you folks. Thank you for coming in. I really appreciate it. Stop the press. I like that. I really like that. It's working okay. I don't know if you subscribed or not. Stop the press. Really appreciate it. What I was explaining was my venture last night is I was told to by several neighbors that my mineral water had crossed the river and that I should go get my mineral water. And it was already dark. It was 7 o'clock. Already dark. Usually I go live at 7 o'clock, but it wasn't going to happen last night. Prior to that, what happened is I was supposed to go fishing and do a fishing video for you folks. And hello, Barry's Buildings. All right. I just had a problem with it wasn't showing me the messages at all. Now it's coming in now. Stop the press was the first message I received. So anyway, I was supposed to go fishing, folks, yesterday. The fisherman came up and says, hey, he's making a cup of coffee. I'm in my living room. He says, fishing, fishing, we're going fishing. Like that. And I said, all right, I'll be there in a minute. And he don't understand me. He speaks Visayan, right? Not too much English. So he makes his coffee and he takes off. So about 30 minutes later, it's only like 3:30. So about 4 o'clock, I go down. I walk down to the beach and what happened? Where's the boat? The boat's gone. I look all the way as far as I could see in the ocean. There's no boat. They were long gone. They were out of sight. I was like, son of a gun. I really wanted to go fishing and make a fishing video. And then about an hour later, it starts pouring down rain. I go, wow. I'm glad I didn't go fishing. But see, going fishing would have changed. Hi, John Vasquez. How are you? Going fishing would have changed the entire dynamic of the evening and what happened. And you think about it. He says, watch the video, had the same thing happen to me on my chariot. Are you over in Romblon? Stop the press. You're in Romblon? Okay, Barry. Thank you. Yeah, I got it going now, finally. So, boy, Motu Spiritual, thank you for coming in. Thank you. Yes, Tablas. Okay, you're the one who messaged me also. I got the comment on the video. Thank you. Yeah, it sucks when that happens. The way I ended up getting it together, getting the U-joint to pull back together, the connections there, is my 2 front springs of my motor were gone. Okay, so the motor was able to move enough. What I did is I took my giant channel locks. If you saw me in the 7-minute video, I took my giant channel locks and hooked on it and just squeezed them together and got the two plates to come together enough to start putting the bolts in. And that's how I got it fixed. I got it back together. I took about a 5/8 inch piece of steel I had in my shop that was big enough around. The hole inside was big enough around. Oh my goodness, Barry, really? Wow, I'm sorry to hear you have COVID. Wow. I thought that crap was long gone. My goodness, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, anyway, we'll say a prayer for you that you'll get better soon, Barry, because that is not something fun. My goodness. Yes, thank you. Yes, I'm from the Philippines. I'm now in Masbate Island, boy. Anyway, we'll say a prayer for you, Barry. That'd be really nice. Keep your volume on. You can hear me chatting anyway. That'd be nice because you don't want to be looking at the screen with a headache. Your headache could just compound, you know. Your eyes will really start hurting. But anyway, the whole series of events would have changed last night if I had been able to go fishing, because I wouldn't have been there for them to tell me to go get the mineral water. My brother-in-law wouldn't have gone with me. He wouldn't have stubbed his toe and lost his toenail. I wouldn't have had a broke chariot until the next day when we sent someone to go get it. Then it would have broke down, and I would have had to fix it in the sunshine like today. It's sunny out, you know. The whole series of events would have changed if I had just got on that boat and gone fishing. But it didn't happen that way, and everything happens for a reason, as we know. So the chariot's fixed, guys. And also, my wife was we got it fixed. My wife was there holding the flashlight while I was, and recording it while I was trying to get it done, because my brother-in-law was too hurt to help us any longer. So, wow. Boy, Mo2, thank you. We ended up getting the chariot going. My wife was sitting there and she's holding the flashlight, shining on the sidewalk, and it's raining. And we're both trying to get underneath the canopy of the chariot, right? I had made two little seats on each side of me. So she was sitting on one of those, trying to stay dry. We didn't have an umbrella with us. She's trying to hold the flashlight out so I could see the sidewalk. And we went about 50 feet, and I said, forget it. I can't see anything. My headlight wasn't working. So not only was the chariot drive broken, I fixed that. Now the headlight's not working. This morning when I looked at it, I found the ground wire was off. The ground wire, the green wire on the ground was broken. We fixed that, got the headlight working now. Took the battery out, charged the battery. Now the electric start will work. We wired up a new set of spotlights on it. I may be able to go out and show you guys that. If I don't lose my feed, I'll try. I'll walk over to the garage and let's see if he completed the guy was putting the lights on. I showed him how to do all the wiring for it and everything, and I think he was going to get it all done. Let me get some slippers on here. They're good for wearing here. They got a toe covers on the front, protect your toes when you ride motorcycle. You see my backyard? I should be out here talking to you guys. I'm so upset with this yard. I got devastated from the typhoon. Oh! I almost busted my butt. We need to pressure wash this off too. This is no good. Look at this algae here. I almost fell. I just gonna let him handle. That's perfect, right? Like that. Beautiful. These lights are really kind of cool. They have a special feature on there, like red. You have red light. You have yellow. You have a three-way switch, right? You got off, on, on. So you have a red light. I'll show you when the lights, once we're done. The lights come on first. You switch it on and you have a red or yellow, whatever. Then you go off and back onto the middle setting. It'll be yellow and white flashing lights. What my chickens doing? They're okay. Love to show you my chicken house, but what happens is I lose Wi-Fi out there, guys. So I'll show you what else is going on today. Rain caught me, and I stopped. I took like a 1 hour. I woke up. I said, "Hell, I'm going live. I'll go talk to everybody." So I've got another Wi-Fi antenna I was working on today. And I got it out here, so I run fans at night. So anyway, the cable has to be put back together. And I got to determine whether this side of the cable is going to be long enough, or I need to get the entire other cable here and stretch it out. Whichever one's longer, I'm going to put out in the backyard. And that's as far as my Wi-Fi antenna is going to go. But I did buy this handy dandy little kit that I'm going to be using soon. Is that better? Are we good now, Barry? I think I'm down to the last person. I have one person left in the room. We keep losing connection. Wow. I don't know what's going on. Huh. I have no idea what's going on. Stop the press still here. Okay, you're the only one. Stop the press. I don't know what happened. Kuma says we're back. Okay. Well, I reset my phone again. Maybe when I went out to the chariot, you guys lost me. Yeah, somebody, I don't know who, it's not my neighbor, it's in another village. It's in the next fishing village. Somebody decided it was important to steal a bottle of water from me, you know? And I don't know who did it. But maybe they need the water worse than I do, you know, or the container. I don't know. It's just the pettiness, the theft around here, that's what they steal. Petty little stupid stuff, like a bottle of water. You know, a container of water, I should say. It's not really a small bottle. It's 5 gallons of water. But for somebody to go steal it, it's just amazing, you know? I thought, oh, it's going to be safe. You know, this is what the water looks like, you know? These are the ones we brought. We brought 21 containers here. All the green ones are there. The tan ones are there. Maybe there's one tan one missing. But it looks like... yeah, they've just, somebody helped herself to, that whole pile of bottles is laying there. Ferdis, how are you? Welcome. I'm from USE. Where is USE at? USE or USA? What country is that, Ferdis? USE. No, I'm not using fiber. Stop the press. I'm on... Starlink. It's the only Wi-Fi out here. You can't, there's no Wi-Fi where I live. Guys, I live, I'll tell you what, give me a second. I want to find my other phone. I'm gonna get my other phone. I'm gonna pull the map up of the Philippines. I'm gonna show you where I live. And you're gonna see, it's not even close to anything. Hold on just a minute. I'll get my map and I'll show you where I live. I've never done this on YouTube Live before. So let me show you where I live. Okay, I'm back. I'll show you guys exactly about where I live here. You'll be able to locate me on your maps here. Hold on. Go to the map. Okay, let me just find it real quick and I'll show you. Good afternoon, Michael C. Okay, guys. Some of you, if you want to look me up on lat and long, you can jot down the lat and long. Whoops, sorry about that. Go back. Okay, there's the latitude and longitude of where I live. You guys can pull it up on Google Earth. You can pull it up on Google Maps using that latitude, longitude. Or you can look up Quiniana National High School and you'll be really close to where I'm at. All right, so now let me zoom out a little bit and I'll show you where I live here. Okay. This is Masbate Island in the Philippines. Let me go a little more out. Okay. This is Masbate Island. And you can see where Luzon is. Coming down, Sorsogon. Then you see Masbate. And then below it, you see Panay Islands down here. This is Rojas City up here. This is Panay Island where Iloilo Rojas is. Over on this side, you'll find Romblon, where Tablas is right over here. You see right there, Tablas, Romblon, okay. That's where Stop the Press is from, Tablas Island. Okay, so Michael C., you're over in Manila area. You're up in Luzon area, up near Manila up here, close to Tagaytay. So anyway, let me go back out. All right, now if you look at my island, guys, you'll see, oops, sorry about that. It's hard to operate. I'm looking at you and holding the screen to you like this, so it's really difficult to do everything backwards here. Let me find it on the island. I'm gonna zoom in now. See, there's a blue dot in my house. So I'm gonna zoom in. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to, let me select satellite. Let me just go to the satellite view. I think it's gonna give it to me. Huh. All right, why is it giving me a hard time? Where's the satellite view? I gotta zoom in. What's going on here? Usually I get a thing in the top corner. Ah, here we go. Okay, I'll go to satellite view now and I'm gonna show you my house. You'll be able to see my house very, very clearly. Okay. Let's just zoom in, zoom in, zoom in, zoom in, zoom in, zoom in. You see that red roof right there? That's my house right there. That's my yard, okay? And then I'm gonna just pull the map here a little bit. Right down here is my beach. Oh, hard to see that, huh? Hold on. Very difficult to see that. Okay. From my house, now you see the beach. You see the boats, the fishing boats. So that's where I live. I live up here on the hill. And my property runs all the way to the beach here. And then from my house in the back, it goes all the way up to here. By the elementary school. Okay, it runs like this, straight up here like that. Okay. And then I got another property that runs from the elementary school on this side of the... On the other side of this little building here, I got another property that runs from there, and that one runs all the way down to the beach. I have a beach right here, and I have a beach over here where I live. So I have two beachfront properties right here. And then also up here above the school, right in front of the school, we now have a road going all the way across here, road access that we can drive to town. But the road is got washed out because of the rains. So... yeah, all writing does appear backwards. I apologize, guys. But anyway, if you want the Latin longitude, I can't really type it in, but that's where I live, right there, guys. And the nearest town, I'll show you the nearest town. I'm just going to zoom out and show you because you'll be able to see it very clearly then. The nearest town is called Balud, Masbate. Hold on. There you go. The nearest town is way up here in the middle, over here on this side of the coast, okay? Over here is the town where the yellow ends, right there. That's the city of Balud Masbate. And you see, I live on the opposite side of the island. So we have to cross the whole peninsula over here to get to town. And only part of this is paved. The rest is all dirt and rock. So getting anywhere is not easy where I live. Hello, Karen and James. How are you?
Not bad.
Yeah, maybe so. Burgers? Making burgers. Burgers and pancit. Wow. So, but anyway, that's just to show you how far I am from. I'm not just a play. I can't just jump and go to town and get parts for things. You have to do things yourself here. You have to be self-sufficient. That's the reason I'm off the grid. For power, for water, for everything, I'm off the grid. And that's why I garden here. That's why I grow animals here, pigs and chickens and goats, to be able to sustain life if I need to. And there may be a point at some time when something else, like what happened to Barry, happens here. And that's terrible. But I can tell you what, in 2020, when I left Manila, because of the rapid spread of the pandemic, we left immediately. March 11, 2020, we departed Las Piñas in our vehicle with my family. We got to the ferry. We caught the ferry the night of the 11th, arrived home the morning of the 12th, and they said, no more ferries. And when we arrived, they were spraying our vehicle down with alcohol spray to make sure that we didn't bring anything to Masbate Island. They sprayed everything in your vehicle. They sprayed everything outside your vehicle. I had an H1 cargo van, and they were just literally spraying alcohol all over everything. And then they give us testing to make sure that we didn't bring anything. We had to take the little test for that. And none of us had anything, but we got here to our home, and they said, oh, you came from Manila. Automatic. 2 weeks quarantine. You're quarantined to your property. You cannot leave your property. Okay, not a big deal. I got the ocean. I can go down here and go swimming right in the ocean. I can go back up in the woods behind my house, go traipse back up in the jungle, still be on my property. I still had freedom. It wasn't like they locked me down in a subdivision or in a condo where I couldn't move about. And that's what happened. That will happen again. At some point in our lives, there'll be something that comes along. And for those of you who like to brag up living in a condo and that's your style of life, you want to live in a subdivision that has a gate guard, guess what? That guard's not going to help you when you have a pandemic. He's going to shut the gate. He's going to put the padlock on it. And you're not getting out. You're stuck. Everybody who was here during that period of time from 2020 to 2022, it knows exactly what I'm talking about. You were locked down and stuck where you are. If you're a senior, you weren't allowed to go to the stores. If you're over 60, you were not allowed to leave your subdivision. Somebody else had to go get food for you. You couldn't go grocery shopping. If you didn't get the shot, you could not transit anywhere. You couldn't get on a ferry. You couldn't take a bus. You couldn't get nothing without showing that vaccine card. A lot of you refused to get the vaccine. Okay, you were probably in here at the very end of the pandemic too. You weren't in here at the beginning of the pandemic when everything went into lockdown, when you couldn't move, when you would have starved because you couldn't get to the market to buy food for your family, So they have their way of forcing things on you when they want to. Of course, now if you have one sucker in the family, you can say, hey, you get the shot. We'll give you the money. You can go to town. You buy everything for everybody. Okay? A lot of people did that. I didn't care. Honestly, didn't. I'm too old to give a hoot. I took the AstraZeneca. My wife did it. And our kids, I refused. I said, they will not be treated for this. They can stay at home. So my wife and I did it. We were able to travel, go do our things, continue with our business, continue making money, continue surviving. So, yeah. Anyways, James and Karen say, good afternoon, guys. Kuma, hi, James and Karen. Hi, Kuma. Feeling good. Finally carrying still a little headache. Well, you guys looked good yesterday. I don't know why you would have a headache today. You seem to be doing great. Stop the press. I remember those days. John Vasquez says, hi, James and Karen. It had to get traveling pass from Barangay Captain to leave. Yeah. If you wanted to leave the island, it was even worse. Now you got to go through the mayor, through the LGU, and get a written certificate that allowed you to transit, to go catch a ferry once they start running again. You had to get special permission for that. It was a pain in the butt because during that period of time, you guys who have been here a while, who are permanent residents, okay, you know that if you have an ACRI card, you're required to annually check in, to do an annual report in January, from the January 1 to March 1. You get 2 months. You must go to immigration and say, here I am, I'm still alive, I still live here. If you don't, you're in violation of immigration laws. So during this thing that was happening, I came here in March, okay. Come January, we were still going through it. I said, I need to go to Legazpi. It's the nearest place that I can go and get my immigration done because we didn't have annual report online, guys. Couldn't do it. Was no virtual annual report. You must report to immigration. There was no ifs, ands, or buts. Immigration didn't say, well, we're in a pandemic, so you know what? You don't have to report. No. He said, you have to report. So I said, all right. I got my special permission. I went to the mayor's office, the city hall. I got a special certificate so that I could, thank you, just one. Okay. So I went and got my special permission to travel to Legazpi so I could do my annual report, which is a valid, legit reason to transit and to catch public transportation and go, you know? So I'll get to all of the saying in a minute. Worst the worstest ever made, but I was working in the hospital. Yeah, see, Barry, he had to do it too. It's not like we could have refused. And where would we have been? All you said, oh, I'm Billy Badass. I refused the shot. Okay, you're Billy Badass. You refused it. Okay, and you might not have been here in the Philippines at the time. You might have been in the USA. So there you can refuse it. But you weren't living here in the Philippines in lockdown where you couldn't go anywhere or do anything during that period of time. You know, if you didn't get it, you either had somebody do everything for you or you did nothing. Okay. So anyway, more power to all you who didn't get it. You know, I don't think the shot I got was anything more than a sure shot. My wife and I didn't feel nothing. No side effects, no nothing from that shot. We did 2 shots each. Neither of us felt anything either time. And if you do recall, AstraZeneca was the specific shot that was required to be kept cold at a certain temperature before they injected it. Well, good luck with that in the Philippines. And that's exactly why I believe that what they were giving people wasn't exactly AstraZeneca. Okay? Because I didn't feel nothing. Everybody told me that when they got the shots, they felt something. We felt nothing. You feel like you've aged 20 years. Wow. I don't know what you got, Barry. What shot did you get when you had to take it? Time for merienda. Yes. Stop the press. You're right. It's merienda time. They came and handed me a plate too. Somebody told me don't eat on your live feed. It just so happened I started my live feed this time, you know, and I got this merienda smelling so good, sitting right in front of me, and I'm just ready to munch out on it. But no eating during live feed. Anyway, I did AstraZeneca, Barry. What did you get? Because there were some shots that really caused problems around the world. Okay, Johnson & Johnson, Moderna, Pfizer, what was the Chinese shot? I forgot. But all of those were causing problems with people. They were causing deaths, causing aneurysms, causing all kinds of problems. And people were dying after they took the shot. Oh, Pfizer. Sorry. Kuma, sorry you had to go through that. Barry says he doesn't remember. You know, I'll tell you something strange. My brother-in-law went to Manila to go work on a ship. And you know one of the things they asked him for? His vaccine card. His vaccine card got wet. So now, did you get the vaccine card for Winwin? Oh yeah, so my wife, what she did is, huh? No? Not required? I guess they changed their requirement. They were.
No, you get. I charge you.
Oh, okay. Her sister got it. They had to go over to the nurse and get a duplicate copy of the vaccine card from the nurse who administered the vaccine. So he could get it so that he could get eligible to go on the ship, as OFW on the ship. I was one of 5 guys, and 3 guys has died already. I don't think I'm going to die, but man, this last round of COVID really hurt. Rough. We feel for you, Barry. Really do. Pfizer. Wow. You guys don't dispose of your cards just yet. I wouldn't. Even though we know all about it, everybody in the world knows about it. Keep your cards. Don't toss them yet. I wouldn't. You never know when somebody's going to pop up and say, where is it? You know, you're not out of the woods yet. Government still controls all of us in some way, same shape, some fashion, you know. Ah, James and Karen went live. Very good. They just went live. All three had heart problems. You know, I feel for everybody because a lot of people, they may have had a mild condition of some sort or another, and I think this just pushed it over the edge. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. What can I say? I can only say that I never got sick. Not one person in our village contracted COVID. If we wanted to go fishing during this period of COVID, the requirement was you just sign a logbook of who was going fishing on your boat. You sign your name in a logbook, off you go. When you return, you sign the logbook, but you're back. That's it. That was the only requirement. You can go out in the ocean, go fishing. We didn't wear face masks here in our village, not required, because nobody was sick. Nobody had the disease. So we didn't walk around with face masks on. Now, if we went into town, into Balut, or we wanted to go to Masbate City, we had to wear face masks. And then I had a card called Mass Pass. It was a pass to go into Masbate City and to be able to conduct business at the hardware store and the grocery store and all of that. You had to show you a little card they gave you. They weren't asking, once you had the vaccine done, you register online, then you get a Mass Pass from Masbate Island that says you're already done. You don't have to carry your vaccine card around with you. Ah. Good. You had your heart checked. Barry said, I had my heart checked. It was good. But that's what I thought. The guys drank a lot and partied. We drank a lot. We partied too. But we didn't have anything. Nobody here had anything. I went over to do my annual report to Legazpi. I left early morning and I caught the ferry going over, a fast craft. It takes about 2 hours to get over to Pilar. From Pilar, I got in a van and I drove 1 hour to get to Legazpi, a little over an hour, barely over. Went to immigration, did my annual report, took like 10 minutes, turned right around, jumped in the van, went back to Pilar, and the ferry was, the fast craft was full. The last fast craft going was full. But when I was leaving Legazpi, they were asking me, oh, sir, you need to go to the doctor here and pay, and they're going to check you and make sure you're okay before you leave Legazpi and go back home. So I paid my 50 pesos and I go up to the window to talk to the lady. She said, sir, how long you been in Legazpi? I said, about 2 hours. And when are you leaving, sir? I said, I'm leaving now. Oh, within 24 hours, you're good to go. Go. I took off. Sure. Jumped on a motorcycle. I was heading back. I had a bike then going back. And went back, caught the ferry. I ended up catching the ferry at 3:30 in the morning. Or no, 4:30. And got back in Masbate at 7:30 in the morning. Rode to my house. Got to my house by 9:30. And upon arriving, checked in. I'm back. Okay, sir. 2 weeks quarantine. Okay. Luckily, my upstairs balcony room was already fit to live in, had a CR in it. My family's downstairs, so my family would cook food and bring it up the steps to me, lay it on the balcony, then I would come from the balcony out and I would eat my food. More to protect my family in case I had brought something back with me, because Legazpi is a bigger city and there was COVID in that area. So, yeah, Barry, I live way out here in the boonies, guys. And if you zoom in, you'll see what road structure is available. And there's really pretty much nothing. For 3 barangays, where I parked my truck 2 barangays away in San Antonio, I have built a garage there. I bought a property and built a 2-car garage. I got 2 vehicles. I parked them both in the garage. And, really strange. We went yesterday over there. We went to get our mineral water in town. And the driver's door and the door behind it, it's an SUV. Nissan Terrano 4x4 SUV, right? So the 2 doors on the driver's side were ajar, about an inch open. So I shut the doors. You know, I knew somebody had been there. I didn't leave the doors open when I left, but the doors were cracked open about this far. So I left. I went to town. We came back. We parked the truck over near the bridge, near the washed out bridge, so we could get on the bamboo barge that they had built, so we could carry our stuff back. Pouring down rain. I mean, soaked, drenched. Lucky we wear t-shirts and shorts, so it doesn't really matter. And we were just drenched. When you get wet here, guys, Lucifer. How are you, Lucifer? I saw you in my chat before. What is it called when a chameleon can't change color, guys? It's called a reptile dysfunction. You're funny. Lucifer, give us a subscription, please, and a big thumbs up. Everybody coming in should be thumb-upping us, you know? Say hi and thumbs up to us. Yeah, that's a good one, Lucifer. Thanks for coming in. Anyway, the door was ajar on my truck. So this morning, I went and got my pickup. I have a Strada, Mitsubishi Strada Athlete 2024 model pickup. Lifted. It's only two-wheel drive. It's lifted, big tires on it. It's got rough country suspension on it. It's built right. It's got 2.4 liter twin turbo Midec engine, diesel engine. Good truck. But anyway, I went to park it back in the garage. I left it in the rain on purpose. The truck was muck muddy. You know, anytime we drive it, my tires stick out past the fender wells about 2.5 inches. So you can imagine when you hit the mud, it just slings mud. I got mud all over my mirrors, mud everywhere. It was raining really hard. We got back. I said, hell with it. I'm going to park it right here and let the rain wash it. Let it pour on it. I don't care. I'll come back tomorrow and put it in the garage. Well, I went back today, grabbed the truck, and yeah, I still had to cross the Kauaian. Now they have 4 Kauaian barges that one's touching the land here, then another one. Then there's a small gap about the distance of 1 Kauaian barge. And then there's 2 more on the other side. So you just pull. You only have to pull like 20 feet. And you're on the next barge. You just hop on the next barge and walk on it, go to shore. So you have 2 barges you walk out to, jump on one, pull yourself 20 feet with a rope, jump on that one and walk another 40 feet, and you're on shore. So maybe tomorrow, I see the Kauaian, looks like they're building the last barge. So it's going to be barges tied to barges pretty soon, where all you have to do is walk from barge to barge to barge to barge right on across until November. They're putting a new bridge in, supposedly a swing bridge, cable bridge for passenger or for people. Is going to happen in November. And I'm just hoping that they build it in such a fashion I can drive my Chariot across again. But they are back here behind my house fixing the road. And I think I'm going to take a motorcycle ride when I'm done talking to you guys. It stopped raining now. Then start again. I'll take a motorcycle ride and I'll drive over and check the road out, because I have Charm, is the hardware supplies coming today? Tomorrow? Okay. They're coming tomorrow. And the guy has promised us he's going to drive it all the way to the last river. Where the last river's washed out, he'll drive it that far and we'll drop all our supplies there. We can put them in our Chariot and then we can drive home from there with all of our supplies. And I'm glad I fixed the Chariot because we have 100 sacks of cement coming. And right now I only allow 10 sacks of cement per trip now in the Chariot. I just had to replace the engine, put a brand new engine in it. It's a 175cc engine, and I just paid $22,000 to put the new engine in it. So, and that, maybe the guy didn't tighten the motor mount bolts. That's why the springs came out, the bolts came loose. I don't know. But anyway, that's what was causing my problem for my drive shaft. See, everything ties together, right, folks? So, wonderful, Barry. Thank you. Thank you. That's awesome. Thank you so much. You guys see my my stats up there, probably easier than I do when you check, when you come in. I have close to 600 or just over 600 subscribers now, and I'm working towards that 1,000 mark. And this morning I expected my view hours to be above 3,000 because I've been gaining about 180 to 200 view hours per night every day. When I go in, it's around 200 view hours. I was at 26 or no, I was at 20, yeah, 26 something, or 28, 23. So I was close yesterday. Today I'm only at 28.99. So it's as if YouTube stopped my view hours at 28.99. I'm 11 view hours away from the 3,000 required to monetize me. I think it was a little hiccup glitch on their part. 11 view hours. I don't know. But anyway, here's what it is. I'll get 11 view hours by tomorrow, and I'll be able to be monetized. I'll have 3,000 plus view hours. I'll go that path. I'm already past the 500 subscribers and then 3,000 view hours. So that's the first step requirement. And then once you reach 1,000 with 4,000 view hours, you'll be at full monetization where they'll actually pay you for the ads they put on your videos. Which, if you guys are watching my videos, they're putting ads there as well. In my videos, my shorts, they're putting ads in there to monetize themselves from my supply of shorts and videos, which that's their option to do. It's their channel. I can't do anything about that. But all right, back in action. Thank you. Thanks for coming in to see us. Hello, Kim and May. Welcome back. You were here with me really late last night. I really appreciate you guys coming in early this morning. She says, good morning, Mike and family. Congratulations. You have 604 subscribers with more coming. Wow. Yeah, back in action. I was watching James's live feed yesterday, and I even spoke to James about it this morning. He talking on Messenger a bit. I told him, I said, it's not worth risking your life for. You know, you want to climb that rock. And he got himself into a situation where I think he's on here right now. No, he went live. Him and Karen are live again right now. But he got himself in a situation where he really was having a hard time, guys, to come down. And James is not the most athletic person, if you know that. If you know James, he's not the most athletic guy in the world. Okay? And so him getting in a precarious situation up on a big boulder like that. But there were lots of footholds. I don't know that it was so precarious. I would have scaled right to the top myself, and I'm 65 years old. But I've done things like that before, and I'm sure he's never done things like that before. But I'm just so thankful that he's back safely. He's with us. He and Karen are okay. Karen's got a headache right now, he said. He told me that right before they went live. So, yeah, he was really about to be hurt. I agree. And you know, guys, if you're making content for YouTube, don't be silly. It's not worth your life. This YouTube channels and getting views is not worth risking your life for. I see so many people risk their life and they're not with us anymore. You know, guys jumping off bridges and all kinds of craziness just to get viewers to watch them. You know, and climbing up a rock in an area you've never been to before. You don't know what the rock is like. You've never climbed on that rock before. You know, you're not an experienced mountain climber. So don't do it, guys. It's not worth the views. I'm not going to go out and do anything stupid for anybody. Nothing. My life is not worth it. I got a wife and 3 kids to come home to every day, and they depend on me. My children depend on me as a father to be there for them. So, yeah. Well, several of those were staged falls, like the one he's watching his phone and you can see him. He looks up and he trips over the sill on the building, you know, and falls on the dirt. Some of those are very staged, but I wouldn't even do that. I would not do a stage fall for a view on YouTube. Who knows what can happen? You break your arm, you break your leg. You don't land like you think you're going to land, you know? I've had enough accidents in my time, guys. I've broken enough bones already. I don't need to be out here and being crazy to get a few views on YouTube. I won't do it. I'll shut down my YouTube page before I ever go out there purposely to be crazy, you know? It's not worth it. Hi, Niels. Glad you're checking in. Yeah, you're watching James and Karen live. He was probably explaining what kind of situation he got in yesterday. Crazy, totally crazy. But anyway, I'm glad he's back safe. You know, I love James and Karen. They're like brother and sister to me. And they're going to be coming back to visit me again pretty soon. So I hope they don't do anything crazy to hurt themselves, you know? It's crazy enough riding a boat with a storm coming in, going home. That's crazy enough. You don't need to climb on rocks and take chances with your life. You know, what would Karen do if James had fallen? Well, what would they have done? Even with the guide, you think that was close by a hospital? It was nowhere near a hospital. And that young girl, that guide, you think she could have picked up James? And even they were up on motorcycles. How are they going to get him home? Somebody's got to ride back to town, 35, 40 minutes back to town to get help in the village to come back up there and get him off the mountain with an ambulance. You know, think before you act sometimes is a better motto. Hi, Ricky. In Bangkok. I love Bangkok, Ricky. I took my whole family there this year. In May, we went for 2 weeks. We stayed in Bangkok. We went to Atunaida. We went to Ramayana Water Park. I have a distributor that sells products for me there in Thailand. And we went to visit him. We went to several of his jobs. Ramayana Water Park is one of them. Supalai is another one. I went over, looked at his new office, his pharmacy, looked at his place of business. We walked several jobs and did videos on our equipment right there in his pool spaces. Yeah, Kim and May, very dangerous. Yeah, there's a lot of dangerous things we can do here. I won't do it. It's not worth one view to be dangerous and put your life in your hands. It's dangerous enough I walk down my sidewalk. Just now, I was out there to show you guys my chariot, and I hit that algae on my driveway. It sloped. I hit the algae, and you probably saw my phone fly. At the beginning of this live, you see it fall. It fell in the chariot. Lucky it didn't land on the ground, get slammed, and get broken. Or lucky I didn't fall. I slipped. I lost my balance. I dropped my phone, but at least I maintained my balance enough to land on my 2 feet. I didn't fall on my butt that time. But anything can happen. You know, and you go climb a boulder like that that's 20 feet up in the air or higher. Makes no sense to me. Yeah, he's not athletic, guys. And I think he needs to curb that. Slow down with trying to impress. You know, you got a YouTube channel. You got already thousands and thousands of viewers. You know, you're through the roof. You're monetized. You're making a lot of money. Why do you want to take a chance and kill yourself? Because then you're making zero money. A big fat goose egg is coming. So it makes no sense at all. I do like everything about Bangkok. I'm lucky I never went to a hospital there. I stayed in Don Muang Hotel. And then we would go north and south from there. We spent 2 nights in Pattaya. Down there we walked the shoreline. We walked down Walking Street. My wife and my 3 kids with me. We all walked down Walking Street and talked to the clowns down there. We saw all the beautiful ladies stand out in front of the bars, and we walked down and then turned around and came all the way back up. I didn't go to what's the other one? Soy 6. I didn't go there. A lot of places just aren't appropriate for families. But we walked, we stopped, we got food, ice cream, watermelon, fruits, all kinds of goodies, you know. We had a great time. We love Bangkok. But I made it my mind, that was like a summer break vacation for the family. So we decided to do 2 weeks. And guys, if you don't know, Thailand's really cheap. It was only $315 US for 2-week hotel stay. 2 weeks in a hotel for $315 US dollars. Very, very inexpensive. Food, you figure it's going to cost you about, I don't know, 80 to 100 baht per meal per person, you know, but you got little kids, you just share with them. So it's really not that expensive. Hello, Steve, how are you? So, and the exchange rate's good for US dollar to baht was around 34 to 1. So I really enjoyed Bangkok. It was fun, but I made up my mind then, no more 2-week vacations anywhere in the world. It's too long. You know, by the 2-week period, by the 10-day period, you're already beat, you're burnt out. You're like, I wish I was home, you know, and then you're still there because you're waiting on your return ticket to come due, you know. And I want to go over something in just a minute with you guys about traveling from the Philippines, okay, in and out of the Philippines. So Barry says, I rode dirt bikes all my life. I have side by side with my 3 sons, and my biggest worry about moving to the Philippines is just the driving over there. Barry, it's a good thing to worry about, but it also depends on where you're going to live. Where I live in Masbate, it's country. It's open roads. There's not much traffic. Not too often does somebody on a dirt bike or a motorcycle get hit and killed. Not very often. Everybody rides here, you know, children, ladies, men, everybody rides around Masbate where I live. In fact, I bought my daughter a motorcycle. She's just turned 12, and I bought her a motorcycle because I wanted her to start learning. And she's in grade 7, and her high school is 1 kilometer away. So I was riding behind her, and she's the driver, and I would just kind of lightly keep my hand up on the steering wheel to make sure we didn't have any accidents. She did good. She rides my quad, the 200cc quad. She's good on that. But the thing is, it has a thumb throttle. So today I went and ordered, I ordered the hand throttle. I'd ordered one before. We never put it on. I found parts of it. I don't know where the rest of it went. So I ordered a new one today. As soon as it comes, I'm going to put on the hand throttle. And I ordered the hand grip for the hand throttle. So that's going to be fixed on the ATV. And it will be running. I didn't go back. I know what's wrong. There's the mechanic that worked on it. He takes 2 wires. He puts them together. He twists them. And then he puts tape around them. And riding these rough roads where we live, the rocky roads and stuff, it just makes the wires vibrate. So I have a loose wire. Because when we were just moving, we moved one of the light wires to there's a bunch of lights on the front. We moved the light wire that goes inside underneath, and that was bumping the wire on the CDI just enough that we could start the engine. And then we move it again, it died. So we know it's just a loose wire, loose connection. I'm going to get that fixed. But I'll wait. When the throttle comes, I'll do it all at one time. Nobody's riding it right now. We just ride the bikes. And besides, it's been raining almost every day. So it's very, very mucky and nasty. And the ATV, when you ride it, there's no good rubber blocking the wheels. They only stick out so far. The mud slings everywhere, just like on my pickup. You end up covered in mud when you ride the ATV. So that's not as much fun as you think. But anyways, no worry, Barry, when you move to the Philippines, depending on where you live. But I'll tell you, I've been riding bikes all my life too. When I came here to Manila, I was in awe. I was watching everybody. Like, whoa. So I bought a little 110 Honda, 110cc Honda, a little scooter, right? I'm driving that little Honda 110, a Honda Wave. It's not a scooter type, it's motorcycle type, but I bought that. I'm riding around where I live. All right, it's cool. Going around, you know, not having any problems with anybody, driving, learning how to split between cars and do what you got to do, you know. Then after I got used to the riding here a little bit for about a year on the Honda Wave, I brought it home to Masbate, and I bought a new bike in Masbate. That was back in 2012. No, 2012 I bought the Honda Wave was 2011. 2012 I bought the Motorstar 155cc Zongshen little cruiser. Sounds like he's got my Chariot running good. Testing the lights out, I'm sure. The idle on the engine's a little tough. That's why he's idling it up. But anyway, I'll get to your comment in just a second, Rena. Ricky says, Thai cheaper than Philippines. How? Thai, in some aspects, is cheaper than the Philippines. Transportation is cheaper than the Philippines. If you're riding a taxi, it's cheaper. Although if you go from the airport to your hotel, they charge you like a surcharge. It was like a 50 baht surcharge to get you from the airport to your hotel, which is just not far, a few miles. You know, they add that on to the bill, ends up like 200 baht, like $6, you know, $6. But it's about pretty much everything. You think of the Philippines, the food is cheaper, definitely, guys. Food is cheaper in Thailand than it is in the Philippines. I can tell you that. And you think food is cheap in the Philippines. It is. You go out and pay 80 pesos for a meal. And 80 pesos is like $1.50 Okay. And it's about the same or a little cheaper for some of the meals, the equivalent meals in Thailand. It was a little cheaper. But I like Thailand as far as, I'm not saying about the cheapness and stuff. I like Thailand because I love everything I got to do and see in Thailand. But it wouldn't have mattered to me if it was a little more expensive or a little cheaper. It wouldn't have mattered one bit. I was there for vacation. When you're on vacation, you already got money allotted for what you're going to do. So you have enough money put aside, you're going to have a good time. And that's what I do. Rena says, why stay in a hotel if you can get a condo via Airbnb? Well, I guess you have a point. But Rena, I've never in my life used Airbnb. Never. I've never contacted Airbnb to look for a room or anything anywhere. And when I used to travel with my wife, we would travel for a balikbayan reason, to leave the Philippines, to come back, get our balikbayan pass. We weren't going extravagant. We'd go with a backpack and we'd stay at a hostel in Malaysia, a hostel in Singapore. The countries we visited, we just stay in a hostel, because it was difficult to fly there. You can't just fly there generally and fly back the next day. You're only required to be out of country 24 hours. But let's say when you fly, for example, you fly in a morning slot and you arrive like 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock. It is rather difficult to get a flight that same day flying back. And you have to be outside 24 hours to get your balikbayan. So you can't just fly back in 2 hours. So you have to spend the night and then get a ticket for the next day or the next day or the day after. So I figured we're going to Malaysia. We're going to go to Kuala Lumpur. Let's go see Kuala Lumpur for a couple days. You stay in a hostel, you get your backpack, you walk out, you walk down the street, you enjoy yourself, get food, check out the culture, the people, take a lot of pictures, just have a lot of fun, go see different sites, and go back to your room, crash out. It's just a bed. My wife and I sleep in the same bed. When we go to a hostel, we pay for two. We put our luggage on one and we sleep together on the other. That's how we do it. And it's cheap. What is it? 12 US dollars for a hostel? I don't think Airbnb is that cheap. I really don't. Maybe in Thailand it's that cheap. But anyway, that's what I did. I know you don't, Steve. You come stay with me for a month, Steve. I got room. I got a balcony room you'll love. You come there and stay. The only thing is, if it rains, that tile gets slippery up there. We got to be careful when you come. Make sure it's summertime. Nice and dry. Neil said, Kim and May, I subscribe to your channel. Ricky, do you know the manufacturer Harley Davidson here in Thailand? Prices aren't too bad. Yeah, Ricky, I saw the big Harley Davidson shop while I was there. I saw it on the side of the highway there as we're going through Bangkok. I did. And I didn't stop. And I have a lot of friends who go over there to ride in Thailand. There's two reasons they go to Thailand, okay? Ricky, speaking to you directly since you're there. There's two reasons my friends leave Philippines to go to Thailand, all right? They go there, number one, to smoke weed. Number two, to ride bikes, because they can ride fast. They love riding fast bikes on the infrastructure. The roads there in Thailand are a whole lot better than the roads in the Philippines, guys. Their infrastructure is awesome compared to the roads here in the Philippines. So keep that in mind. If you like to ride fast, you want to go enjoy with a biking group, Thailand's a good place to go. Okay? But also you can smoke weed. You can walk right in the weed shop and buy a joint, right there and smoke it if you want or take it home. Marijuana's legal there. Just keep in mind when you come back here, it's not legal. Okay, so don't smoke weed in the Philippines. Hello, Merla Monte, 2020. Good morning. Watching from Jordan. Thanks for joining us, Merla. Welcome, welcome. I live in the Philippines, and the people here, a lot of them live in the Philippines or are moving to the Philippines soon. It's a beautiful tropical island paradise that everybody loves. And we have mountains and hills and beaches and fishing and gardening and whatever you want to do. There's so much to do here. We have horse rodeos where I live, and we have a lot of cattle. There's even sheep here and goats, water carabao. There's just everything you can imagine on this island of Masbate. And that's what I so love about living here. And it's open country roads. The driving, the in-town traffic, 1 or 2 minutes, you're through it. You're done. From one end of town to the other, like in 2 to 3 minutes at the most, you're through the traffic. There's really virtually everyone's moving. There's not much traffic. Maybe you're stopping to let the kids walk across the street from the elementary school or high school. But for the most part, traffic moves. It's where I live, guys. I can't say enough about it. It's a hidden gem that a year ago I would have never got on YouTube and even told you about, because I don't want the island of Masbate become like Subic or Angeles or Dumaguete or Cebu. I like the peacefulness here. I like the country living here. And it doesn't need to be full of people westernizing it and destroying the culture and the people here by bringing all their Western views and changing the whole everything. It would seriously change if a whole lot of people start influxing into Masbate. So I used to not talk about it. Now I do, but because I love the beauty of Masbate, and I think it's good that everybody can share in it. It's a very beautiful, beautiful place. So Merla, if you haven't, please give us a thumbs up. If you like our channel, subscribe to us. We'll come back another time. We'll be here. I try to do a live every day. Sometimes I'll do a couple lives a day, depending on what's going on. Like this morning, this morning was hectic, getting the chariot worked on and doing everything around here. Hectic. I'm trying to fix and repair one of my Wi-Fi cables outside, which I'm going to get repaired tonight, and that will be put in the backyard. That's my plan. After I get off my live feed, I'm going to do that. Get the cable done. I want Wi-Fi in the backyard, so when I walk out of my house in the backyard, it just shifts automatically to the other Wi-Fi. Just a split second, I'll be on the other Wi-Fi, and I'll never lose connection with you guys. I'll be able to walk around my garden, walk around back there, show you what's happening back there. You guys will enjoy it back there as much as you do my front yard. So one day I probably will build a swimming pool in my front yard. We'll see. You get merienda yet, Tom Tom?
Yeah.
You have merienda now? No. Okay, have merienda now. Good. Medical facilities in Thailand is better than Philippines. I heard that also. I don't know. I never went to medical, guys, so I can't really attest to that. But hello, Cherry. Leslie, how are you? Cherry, where are you from? Merla's from Jordan. I've got folks in here from all over the world. It amazes me that you guys are coming in. You're seeing my channel. YouTube is, I guess they're showing that I'm on live and people are coming in to visit. We do a lot of parties on my channel, videoke parties where we sing music, karaoke. We just have a good time. It's all about living, you know?
Papa, what's that?
Oh, there's my son. You guys ever meet my son? Let me show you my son here.
What's
Here's my
that?
son. My son, MJ. He's 4 years old.
What's this?
I don't know. Why don't you eat that? The kettle popcorn. You like popcorn? Huh? Yeah? Get a mesh router. They're as good as a wired system. Barry, I got one.
Bread.
Ricky, I'm both, Ricky.
Me want bread.
Here, eat noodles. Bread, noodles. Yummy. I have right here a little TP-Link inside the house. This one, you can see, a little dirty right now.
Bread.
What that is on it.
Papa.
Somebody been working and they were doing construction here. They didn't clean it, I guess. But it's a little TP-Link. And then I have another TP-Link, EAP 110.
Bread.
Just a minute. Let me find my son some bread. Here, Sean, say hi. Talk to them. What kind of bread do you want? Loaf bread? Huh? Like this?
No.
You want like this?
Yeah.
Okay. You want cake?
Yeah.
Cake instead of bread? I have cake there. Bread and cake?
Yeah.
Okay, here you go. Bread for you. Okay.
And
And cake? Just a minute, folks. Be right back. We have cake for MJ. We had a birthday the other day. We're celebrating a big birthday party.
our day birthday.
RJ's birthday, that's right. And how old is RJ, MJ? How old is he?
Then,
How old is RJ?
then, and our day. No,
Nine.
our day.
9.
9 years old. RJ is 9 years old, MJ. Here.
Nine.
Piece of cake.
Tea day. Tea day.
Here. Okay, have your cake. Come on.
Huh?
Very
Okay, I'm back.
Ano?
The
9.
12.
I am connected to Starlink, Ricky. I have Starlink. Wi-Fi. The antenna's up on the rooftop. I've got my modem right here. I have the old Gen 2, but it works perfect. And then I've got it hooked up through a TP-Link here because from my Starlink, I also run a gaming. Oh, hello, they're gaming. Look at all the ladies gaming. No, this is my gaming right here. All these computers here. Why you hide your face? I'm not showing you. They already saw you. Anyway, that's the rest of my cable I gotta fix, guys. I put it out earlier. Oh, so the ladies are having fun here. He's the same age as your grandson. Cool. Back in action, Gray. Says, yum yum. He says yum yum. Okay, you eat with your mouth closed, okay? Don't eat with your mouth open. Nobody wants to see your teeth in your food. Okay, Barry. Awesome. Back in action says, yep. Yeah, the Wi-Fi here is okay, the Starlink. And before it, I had bought one of those big hyperbolic antennas. Nothing. I got 1 bar messenger. 1. And that didn't work. I tried the M-Pesa Wi-Fi. And I'll tell you the story, it's funny. Why is it so expensive in the Philippines? Todd says, I don't know that it's any more expensive in the Philippines than it is in the US. I really don't think so. If you think about it, in the US, I think you pay $125 a month for Wi-Fi service. And here you pay $3,800. For my Starlink Gen 2, it's $3,800 a month. For the Starlink Mini that James and Karen bought, they've got a Starlink and a Starlink Mini. The Mini they have is $4,800 a month, which is still less than $100. And I believe Starlink in the US is 100 to 125, somewhere in that range. Now, as far as the units themselves cost, here, Starlink Mini, I just saw it the other day for 24,600 pesos, which is about $500, a little less than $500 for the Starlink Mini. And then I see it all the time advertised for like 33,600. So that may be the true price. So that's about, what, $65? Yeah. That may be $65 or $650, correct me, US for the Starlink Mini. And my wife and I are going to buy it. We just waited. We kind of joke around like, let YouTube pay. If we get enough views on YouTube and we start making money on YouTube, you know, whether it be through members or super chats or whatever, people pay for our content, then of course we'll get a Starlink Mini. And then you guys can see us everywhere we go. I'll walk around with that sucker. I'll put it in a backpack, put it on my head. I'll make a hat mount for it. I'll set it on my head and I'll put the battery in my pocket and I'm going to walk around here and sell Wi-Fi YouTube or Wi-Fi to everybody. Hello, Riska, Amelia, how are you? Welcome to our chat. Thanks for coming in. Those of you, if you haven't given us the hello thumbs up, thanks, please do so. I usually have a moderator in here that will tell everybody to do that, to subscribe and like. I don't know what my moderators are today, but anyway, I appreciate everyone who comes in. Dogs out here, crazy. Some dogs start fights out there. The females go do their thing, and then here come the boys fighting over them. Boy, just crazy. So,
Hi, Jay.
anyway, I wanted to ask Cherry, where are you from? Shari? Is it Shari? Leslie? Shari Leslie? How are you? Where are you from? I didn't see where you were from. You came and said hi, and I didn't see where you were from. I want to ask Merla, how is Jordan these days, Merla? I've never been to Jordan, so I'm really curious, how is living in Jordan? And if you know anything about the Philippines, would you be able to compare living in Jordan to the Philippines in some fashion? I don't know. Kuma. Hello, Kuma. Kuma's got it. There you go, guys. Barry's building. Where's the new subscribers? Please hit the
Water.
like and subscribe. I hope they do.
Water.
I'm really looking forward to.
That's not mine.
That's yours now. I'm really looking forward to being high enough to see what YouTube's all about. Really all about.
Get
Because-
me a water.
YouTube,
Papa, get me a water.
please.
It's here.
If you don't say please, I get you nothing.
Please,
Please.
please.
So what do you say? May I have a water, please? May I have a water, please? Yes, son. I'll get you a water now. Hold on.
A man, and I have a water man.
Yeah, I look forward to seeing that too, but I don't have a Starlink Mini yet. One day I'll have one.
A man,
Hey, man.
and I have a water please.
Yes, I will get you a water, son.
A man,
Who's your called man? Who's your man?
and on
Okay.
the front.
Is your cake good? Huh? How's your cake?
Oh,
Anyway.
Oh,
Your son's going to get a few new peeps. I hope so. You know, my son, I have 3 kids. I have a 12-year-old daughter, grade 7. I have a 9-year-old, grade 4. And I have my son, he's in preschool right now, he's 4 years old. So my kids, they all love the Philippines too. Guys, all 3 of my kids know how to swim. MJ knows how to put his head under the water and hold his breath, and he can swim a little bit. He's not the expert swimmer, 4 years old.
Papa.
He loves it.
Papa,
Huh.
me to name far.
You going far now?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll have to watch you next time you go in the ocean, huh?
Yeah.
So you go far?
Me cannot wear my goggles. Only
Oh,
my eyes.
only your eyes? Wow, very good. Very good.
Close my eyes.
Yeah, I'm proud of you. You're a good swimmer now?
Oh, open.
Open eyes? You can see under the water? Wow. That's nice. Very nice, son. He's opening his eyes under the water in the ocean. Very good. Beautiful day today, Stuba. You know, it hasn't been over here.
And Papa.
It's been raining on and off all day long. It's cloudy right now again.
I'm doing underwater.
Yes, but drink water before you choke on your cake.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I know you're planning to come over here, Todd. One of these days, we're going to see you over here, and that's going to be really cool to see everybody who's been talking about coming to the Philippines. It'd be really cool to see everybody come to the Philippines because this country, guys, they have a lot of people in it, but there's so many islands you can just kind of go and, like me, if I go to town in Balut, I usually don't see any foreigners. Although from our village alone, we have like 4 foreigners who live in the village here.
No, 10.
But don't see them too much.
10.
10? No. We have one guy from England. We have my friend Robert, who's in Alaska right now. He's coming back in December. He works at a fish factory up there in Kodiak. We have a few more people coming. I think PK is going to move over here. David Jessup will move over here in this area. And there's a few others that want to move over here. I think One Star from Texas will move over here into Masbate because they kind of like the lifestyle I live. They like the fishing and the relaxation, you know, the no pressure
Papa,
type living.
Papa.
Not like you live in the city. There's no pressure here.
Papa, are they?
Okay. Anyway, the friends that are coming, I know they're going to come over. I know Steve's going to come over here. He's going to visit me. How's Steve? How's Scuba? He's going to come over and visit me. He's going to stay. Neil says, I rarely see foreigners in Calacio when I'm in the Philippines with my wife and children. Yeah, there's a lot of places we go that you just don't see foreigners. So there's plenty of room over here, guys, to come and enjoy yourself and live. Plenty of room. So
Papa, I think we need to
I think the
exercise.
ladies out front didn't want me to shine the camera their direction. They don't want to get in trouble. That's okay. They're having fun out there. But anyway, yeah, Steve, when you come here, you're gonna not want to go home. I'll tell you that. You're just gonna be so relaxed and loving it so much. You're not gonna want to go home. And that's the way it is over here. When I come here, I never. I used to come from Manila, right? Because we were living in Manila, in Las Piñas. And hello, Glenda Pira. How are you?
Papa.
Where are you
Papa,
from, Glenda?
Papa, my tummy getting big.
Yeah, good. You're growing. So when I used to live in Bacoor City, and I lived in Las Piñas in the city, I lived almost 8 years in Metro Manila area. And that's where I really learned to drive, Barry. I really learned to drive there because I went everywhere. I would drive from Las Piñas, and you look at Las Piñas, and then look at Bulacan, Bukawi, Bulacan. Look up those areas. That's 2.5 hours from where I live. I used to ride motorcycle out all the way out there and all the way back home. I was doing testing at Motolite. Motolite, if you guys don't know, is the big battery company here in the Philippines. And I'll give you another tidbit you might learn here from me that you didn't know before, especially if you haven't been here. Motolite Ramcar is the name of the company, actually. They own Philippine Battery Incorporated. They own RTI, which is a research group. They make electric cars there. They own Kentucky Fried Chicken, Mr. Donut, and Tokyo Restaurants. For those of you who might not have known who the owners are, it's owned by one gentleman, old gentleman, who owns that company. So now you guys, you've probably seen when you come here, you heard of Jollibee. You have Jollibee in the U.S. Well, here you have Jollibee, Mang Inasal. You have Chowking. You have Red Ribbon. You have Burger King. You have a coffee. There's I forgot the name of the coffee shop. Those are all owned by one company. Summit Group owns all of those. Okay, one corporation owns all of those eating dineries. Okay, another little tidbit for you: most of the corporate offices for all the restaurants around the Philippines, the majority of them corporate offices are in Makati, BGC, or Manila. Okay, with the exception of Big's Diner. When you go to a Big's Diner, their corporate office is in Naga City, Philippines. Naga City, over in Bicol. So I've been there. Magnolia ice cream, Magnolia chickens. The chicken factory, one of the big chicken factories is in Pili, over near Naga City. It's like another little town next to Naga City. They have a big factory there. They have Magnolia chickens are everywhere, guys. They pay people to grow the chickens in huge farms. Pampanga's big for it. All over Pangasinan, all over the Philippines. People grow chickens. What they do is they have a contract with Magnolia to raise the chickens, and Magnolia will subsidize. They'll raise 45-day chicks. They're called 45-day because in 45 days they're usually harvested, and they grow really fast, fast, and they harvest them and throw them. I went through the chicken processing factory in Pili, and I walked through there, and they had a problem. They were getting nailed by the inspector every month because their freezers and refrigerators and freezers were not staying cold enough. Okay, so they'd take a hit. Every time the inspector came through, they would hit them. I offered them a solution, one of the products I sell here. I still sell it. And I'm not actively selling. I have a distributor. I'm a wholesaler, okay, guys? But I have a distributor now who sells products. I have 2 distributors in the Philippines that sell products for me. But Steve, there's no SNR around here. No SNR. Also Smash Burger, Neil says. Yeah. So yeah, they bought Burger King a few years ago. Burger King is one of my favorite restaurants. And I thought when Jollibee bought them, I was thinking to myself, oh boy, here we go with more Yum Burgers, you know. I used to love Burger King, right? I didn't want them to change that grilled burger, and they didn't. Very, very good. Ricky says most foreigners go to the Visaya or Mindanao Islands. A lot do. No, I don't live in Luzon, Ricky. I live on Masbate Island. Masbate. It's between Luzon and Cebu. You look for the island of Masbate. I showed it earlier in my live feed. I showed it to everybody what the island looked like. I'll pop it up real quick and show you the shape of the island. You'll find it. The typhoon, the last typhoon that came through, Opong went right over our heads, guys. Tore us up. Tore us a new one. Very, very bad, I'll tell you. I got so much devastation in my yard, you wouldn't believe it. All right. I'm going to show you, Ricky, so you'll see. Okay. I'll show you here. You see, this is what the island looks like. Okay. It's like an L shape.
And my toy.
The island looks like an L shape, right?
And my toy.
Yeah, MJ's toy. Yeah, very good, MJ. It looks like an L shape, the island. I'm putting the map better. This is the island I live on. Okay? And up there in the corner, up in this corner up here, this is gold country, guys. There's a lot of gold up there in Aroroy. Okay, they have active mines. I think they got like 7 to 10 active mines, gold mines, right now. Okay, now I'm going to zoom out and show you in relationship to the whole Philippines. I live almost dead center. Mindanao is way down here at the bottom. Okay, the island of Mindanao. I live here. Cebu is right here, next to us. I live right there. Manila and everything, Luzon is up here. I live way down here on another island. Ricky, I don't live in Luzon. I don't live in the countryside of Luzon. Actually, Masbate is classified part of Bicol, which is southern Luzon. Camarines Sur is in Bicol. Sorsogon, all that area down there. Naga City is in Camarines Sur. That whole area is considered Bicol. Masbate is a part of Region 4A, or Region 5. We're part of Region 5, Bicol region. So, the recent typhoons really hit Colossia hard. Yeah, we're still flooded. Wow. Ricky, the beaches here are gorgeous. And I can show you the beach. If you want to hang out in just a minute, give me a second and I'm going to get ready. And I will head down to the beach. I'll show you the beach. I have beachfront property. Let me just flip my camera around there. There's nothing happening outside, huh? I'll walk down the beach in a minute. I want to grab a bite to eat real quick. Todd says Australian Burger King is Hungry Jack's. Nothing beats a Whopper cheese and bacon minus pickle. Wow. I love pickles too, Todd. But yeah, I love their burgers. Man, I love their burgers. And when my Thailand distributor, we were visiting over there, visiting him. When he found out I like Burger King, he says, "Where do you want to eat lunch?" I said, "Is there a Burger King nearby?" "Oh yeah, we have many." And then every time it came time to eat, he wanted to take me to Burger King. True. Huh? What's going on? Really?
Yeah.
What's he doing?
The end to the picture.
Oh. Okay, guys, we're going to head down the beach before I lose any more viewers.
Papa, and I go with you.
You want?
Yeah. But my keeper is gone.
Where's your slipper, son?
The way took it.
Guys, I might lose feed on the way down, but I have another antenna right down there at the bottom. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But if I lose feed, it'll be right back, okay? We'll be right at the beach when I lose feed, so it'll be close.
Papa.
What's that?
The wave take my sleeper.
The wave took your slippers? Oh, no. Again? Massimo Massetti, where are you from? It looks like you're a Bitcoin bot to me. You come in with words like that. My goodness, Massimo. Massimo, I'll give you one chance to subscribe and hit the like button for us. If you don't, I'm just going to kick you out of the room. That's your choice.
Papa, see them the picture.
what do you call them? Bots? Not bots. What do you call those guys? They come in, try to disrupt your room by talking nasty.
Papa, see, there's the picture.
Ah,
Thailand.
let me get my glasses here, guys. Let's go to the beach.
No,
Let's-
Papa, see, there's the picture.
Yeah.
Thailand.
The picture of Thailand? Oh, they can't see that. It's dark in here. Hold on. Turn some lights on. There you go. This is Dream World. In Thailand. We went to Dream World
Papa,
too.
we go to the Snow again.
Yeah, we went to Snow Kingdom there.
Papa, want to go there again?
You want to go there again?
Yeah.
Maybe when you're older. Because what we found about Thailand
No,
is
Papa, for my...
most of the attractions there, my son's not able to ride. Only the baby attractions. Only the baby. So, anyway, he didn't have the best of fun. My daughters didn't have fun. This little girl is going to carry her little sister. Very dangerous carrying her like that. Wow, it's all wet and free. Whose shoe's that?
Look at...
Lucas? Whose red shoe? Not yours? Here. Come on. I'll give you a ride. Oh, let me give MJ a ride. MJ's here with me now. We'll give him a ride downstairs. I got to hold on to the rail, guys, going down because you see the water running. This is my designed water drainage to prevent the water behind my wall over there from the neighbors, which is higher than from destroying my property. I have a drain. And when the rain is really, really hard, this is like it doesn't allow it to wash out. So all the water comes down here. You see the devastation from the typhoon, guy? You're live. Okay, we're back live again. Oh, my father-in-law's out on the boat right now. They going fishing tonight? They going fishing? Oh, tell Papa I want to go fishing with him.
Papa, go too.
Yeah, I'm going to go fishing tonight.
Papa,
Let me find out what time they're going. I want to go.
Papa, go too.
No, son.
Close.
Excuse me. What's going on, Tonton? You got it tied up. Oh, you're painting. We're painting white right now, guys. All the Kauaian, he wants to protect the outside here on the Kauaian, so he's painting it white. So now our shed's going to be white and green. The bottom of this is all going to be green color. Everything green here. Okay. I'm going to set my son down here on the bench. Here, let's set you right here, son. Okay, I just built this house out here on the beach, guys. This is my beach house. It's going to have a CR in here. Not my dog. It's going to have a CR in here, toilet, shower, everything in here. So when you come off the beach, you're going to be able to wash everything here. You'll be able to shower and dry off and little beach house to hang out in.
Papa, but I'm making walk now.
Okay, you want to walk? You can walk here. It's not bad. Come on.
It's dirty.
It's dirty, but who cares? Just sand, son. You walk. Put your feet down. Okay, you can walk out here. And then right here's our beach, guys. This is our beach. Let me get out here. Boy, it's trashy. This is all from the storm, guys. Look what washed up on the beach from the storm. All the way, as far as you can see, was trash. And now the boat right there.
Papa,
Hey, I want to go fishing today.
Papa, Mickey,
I will go with you.
Papa, Mickey, walk, but now, Papa.
Huh? What time? Four p.m.?
Papa, Mickey, walk better now.
Huh? Only here? So 5 p.m.? Okay. All right, I'll be ready. Don't leave without me. I came looking for you last night. You were gone. But I'm glad I didn't go. You got rained on.
Papa, Mickey, walk better
That's
now.
one of my boats, guys. I got 3 boats. This is one of them here. My father-in-law and Bim Bim is a fisherman, and I will be going with them tonight, so I'll make a video of it, guys, and then I'll post it up.
Mickey, walk better now.
You can. You're good. You're doing good, son. So,
But you know, like me to go.
I know you cannot go fishing. Okay? It might rain again tonight, son. I don't want you in the rain.
No, Papa, it's not raining.
No, we'll find another day for you to go.
Please not naming.
No, it's okay. You just stay home. Stay with
No.
Mama. Don't give me a hard time because you're not
No,
going.
no.
Don't argue. Okay, let's go back in the shed house here. Anyway, guys, this is our beach. See all those little rocks out there? That big one out there? I guess you can call that one an island because when it's high tide, the rock is still sticking up. That's an island. Island in the Philippines. We have 7,600 plus islands, and that's one of them, I think. I don't know if they count that. But anyway, I don't know what the true definition is of an island. But as long as it's surrounded by water on all sides, it's an island. This is the CR door. You see over here, this blue door. That's for the CR. So, yeah, trolls. That's what you call them, trolls. That's what that guy was. Came in here with his... Anyway, he's gone. Good. Thank you, Niels. So... he spoke too soon. Steve said it started pouring down rain and then it stopped. That's what we've been getting all day, Steve. All day we've been getting that. That's why I've just been kind of hanging out, doing little things here and there.
Biting me.
Okay, we'll bite him back. Barry says, yeah, same here, Mike. BK is the best fast food. I like it here as well. I do. I love it. So Steve says, it was like a wave of rain. Yeah, Ricky, I have a beach right here at my door front. I have another property down the way. I got another boat down there on the other property, and then I have another boat in the next village that I have a couple fishermen take out.
Papa, you like me a trampoline?
Yeah, you have a trampoline.
No, a trampoline.
A what?
A trampoline.
What's a trampoline?
For cover up the...
Tarpaulin. To cover the boat. Yeah, we have tarpaulin to cover the boat, keep the rain out of it. Yeah, that was a big storm, Ricky. It came over us. It was a Category 3 typhoon. We watched it grow. We had the plot. It was supposed to go north of us, and it slammed us. It came right through us. It dipped a little bit south and went right over Masbate. And then headed north, going up towards Batangas, towards Luzon, through Lucena, that direction.
Papa, I think you like it have other turn coming.
Another storm is coming right now.
Then we cannot go fishing.
Right, we won't be able to go fishing. So, yeah, no rain until I open my big mouth. Serves you right, Steve. It was sunny here and raining at the same time today. It's been off and on, up and down, up and down.
Papa,
So, but anyway, I really didn't like the white paint.
Papa,
It's going to make it all look clean, guys, but I really didn't like it.
Papa, let's make to know.
He's painting the inside, too.
Papa,
I was just going to varnish it. My wife said, no, the varnish is no good.
Papa,
Wow, I can't even talk. What, son?
Let's make to know.
Snow?
Yeah, lane.
Play snow?
No, Papa. Let's make to know.
Rain makes snow.
Yeah.
Snow comes from rain. Yes, you're absolutely right, son. Who taught you that? Huh? Where'd you learn about rain and snow?
Me?
YouTube?
Yeah.
Wow. So anyway, I'm glad we're getting things done around here. But so he told me he went out last night. Okay, and I told you when I came out here, they were gone. He was like, whew, gone out of sight. They went far, and they got rained on. It rained last night like you wouldn't believe. Several times. Rained hard, then sprinkled a while. Rained hard, and we were going to go get the mineral water. So BS that. You know, I didn't want to leave my water there, but it's pouring down rain. I said, I'm not going out. I told him, I'm not going out in that. Let the water bottle stay there. So then, no, you really got to good. I said, you want me to go out in the pouring down rain to get the water? You're crazy. So I asked my brother, I said, you want to go help me? Okay, let's go. You know, women, they expect too much of you sometimes. Pouring down rain, stay out of the rain. All it's going to do is make you sick. You know, I don't want to be sick, coughing and hacking and mess sick. I don't like that. I don't like runny nose, colds. I don't want any of that. But anyway, women can be very persistent. So the rain slacked up a little bit, You don't hear the hard rain anymore. She says, okay, you can go now. You go outside, still sprinkling. Okay, let's go. We're going. We're going to go. We get 100 meters down the road, chariot brakes. It's like, anyway, so much for that story. I beat that story to death there on the live feed. You guys can catch that at the beginning of the feed. We talked about that. Steve said, I'm buying paint tomorrow for our pump house and for the house I built behind us. I should prime and paint or sealant the prime and paint. What I recommend, if you don't have smooth coat on it, this white smooth coat like this, if you don't have smooth coat on it, I always recommend on the bare cement to do smooth coat first. Then sand it. Skim coat. Yeah, skim coat. No more. We're going to order. We're going to get more. We got to finish getting more skim coat here. What I'm going to do, guys, since this is all white, this is all going to become green. Okay, son, be careful. Slippery, so you hold the rail, okay? So all the stuff you see white here is going to become green. I don't know what if he's going to paint the wood underneath to preserve it down here. That's cocoa wood. So he may paint that to preserve it. And up here, we may end up painting all this wood too. The last piece of top cap will be here tomorrow. So we'll be able to finish this hole in the roof. This hole in the roof was there during the storm. And you see this roofing? Absolutely nothing. Took a category 3 typhoon and nothing happened to this shed. You guys saw, we built it right before the typhoon. And I'm going to tell you something about bamboo. If you don't know it, bamboo is as good as building with steel, guys. It can bend and flex and it just doesn't break. This stuff is awesome. But if you don't preserve it like he's doing, the bugs will get in it and it'll only last you a few years. This way, this thing is going to last us. It'll be here probably 10 years from now. I'll be sitting here in 10 years, probably in my rocking chair on the beach. So I'll probably, I like this place. I'm not going to live in it. But also, guys, the next thing we're doing is I got the wood already from the light there on top of the wood going all the way down to here, to this corner. On top of this one is going to be a loft room. And we're going to have a ladder in the corner here. You're going to be able to climb up and you're going to go into the loft room up here underneath the metal. There's going to be a big room area up here that the kids can go up and play and stuff like that. Or you can go up and sleep if you want. You know, yeah, skim coat first. And yep, everything should be skim coat before you preserve it, before you put paint on it, primer and paint. And yes, always use primer, Steve. Don't just paint the paint straight on. You can buy paints that are like primer paint, primer/paint, but I recommend doing a good primer coat and then paint. And it will last you for many, many, many years. We painted our house like, I want to think it's 7+ years ago, and we just painted it green. It was yellow, light yellow, and didn't need to be painted, but my wife wanted to change the color, so she decided we're going to make it light green color. We can go out here and enjoy the beach. There's nothing happening on the beach, though. It's really not much out there. The guys are working in the boat. They're resetting the nets right now. We have 15 fishing nets out here on the boat. And so that's what they're doing is they're resetting the nets and putting the nets in the boat so they can deploy the nets again tonight without your nets being all tangled. So that's what they're doing out there, just relaxing and doing their thing. Pretty good camera. I like this this Oppo Reno 14. Really a good camera. See, they pull the net in. And one person has the weights in the front where my father-in-law is with the hat. He has the weights, so he rolls the weights in a circle. And then my other fisherman, Bim Bim there, he has the floats. So he pulls it down and just puts them down in a bigger loop. So when you deploy, you hold the lead weight. And there's a piece of Kauaian that we'll show you tonight. There's a small piece of Kauaian that comes out from the front of the boat. I can't do my finger because it's going to zoom on me. Right there in the front, there's a piece of Kauaian that comes back towards the back of the boat. I'll show you tonight. And that's how we deploy the net. I'll show you exactly how we deploy it, how we fish. The net we're fishing, guys, is 2 meters tall. It's, which is about a little over 6 feet. And it has lead weights on the bottom and black floats on top. Opposite every weight is a float. When you deploy the net down to the bottom. Oops, that doesn't look too good. When you deploy the net down to the bottom, the net floats up about that 6 feet. So anything on the bottom where you're fishing, up in that distance of space, that's all you catch. If the fish is, 7 feet, it goes right over the net. If he's swimming 8 feet off the bottom, you're not catching him. He's going right over your net. So it's not, it's a completely legal way of fishing here in the Philippines. And it's selective fishing, you might say, because our net is 1 inch by 1 inch, 1 inch squares, right? So anything big can pretty much bounce off the net unless they get tangled in it. We catch some big fish sometimes, and sometimes we catch eels. The eels, what happens to them, they come in to eat your fish that are stuck in the net. The eel will come in to eat it, and he'll get tangled in the net. And little ant on my glasses. Anyway, so sometimes we get eels. Again, the crabs, same way. The crabs, the shrimp, anything that gets tangled in the net will get caught. Okay? You see this guy here, he's going out. He's walking his boat out. He has no engine. That's Jojo. He's one of our relatives also. So he just goes out and he jigs. He line fishes and jigs. And if he has his lights with him, he'll be fishing for poussette, for squid. So that boat is so light, guys. One person boat. And he'll just hop in. You'll see him in a minute. We'll hop in. He'll paddle it out. He'll go fishing to get fish for him and his daughter. His daughter's name is Mariel. You guys have seen Mariel, Mariel. You've seen her in our videos before. Mariel has one child, about a year old. Ricky says China tech is now as good as American tech, even though Chinese got it from corporate espionage and hacking. Well, Ricky, I wouldn't go so far to say that it's as good, because they copycat. And the problem with anybody who takes an idea and copies it, it's never going to be the same, because you're not using the same materials. And the steel, good example, the steel that China manufactures, if you compare that steel to steel made in the USA or even in any other country that manufactures steel, the steel of China can't even come close to comparing to the steel of other countries. It does not. It's cheaper, it flakes, it's not good steel. And so the engineers found out in Thailand, it was Thailand, if you recall, that you had a big earthquake over in Myanmar, and buildings in China were falling. And when they tried to figure out why these buildings are falling in Thailand, they determined it was because they had used Chinese steel in the structure of the building, and it was inferior steel they used. That was their report, was they had used inferior steel from China, and that is what caused the buildings to collapse in Thailand from the Myanmar earthquake. Amazing, huh? So I think what I said is based on fact about their steel not being is subpar compared to the steel made in the United States of America. And there's a little saying I have here, Ricky. It is manufactured in China, improved in the Philippines. Because what they manufacture there, we oftentimes here, I need to improve on that to make it last for any period of time. Otherwise, it doesn't last. So that's what I say. I say made in China, improved in the Philippines. Oh, he stopped his boat. He's got his tub. He's walking out in the ocean with his tub. Why is he walking out in the ocean with his tub? Makes no sense. Where is he going? He's going out to the channels. You see that Hawaiian out there? Let me show you. Right there. That's the channel marker. Okay? You see how close our boat is to it? Because it's going low tide. So we want to make sure that our boat is good for going fishing tonight. So we're out in the channel. Okay? There's a little channel out there. And this guy is walking Between where he is standing right now and the channel marker are corals, big corals. I didn't see if he brought a net with him or not. If he brought a net with him, he might have taken one out of his boat. No, I don't see it. For the life of me, guys, as long as I've been living here, I don't know what he's doing. Unless he has the net in his bucket. A small poussette net. Let's see what he comes out with. Dropping a weight. Or he's got a spool he's going to use for jigging out there in the channel. Let's see what he does. We'll watch his action. We catch all kinds of fish out here. We have many, many types. A lot of Spanish mackerel and their sister, their younger the fish called the gumaa, buka bukao, which is like a red snapper with big eyes. We've got about 25 different species of fish right here where we're going to fish tonight. And we've caught almost 20 species of fish. When I had Karen and James with us, we probably caught 20 species of fish. Yeah, you just put on his mask. He's gonna dive. Maybe he's spearfishing tonight. Checking the water. What he's doing, I bet you. Or his net's already out there. And he's just checking his net. That may be what he's doing. Maybe he's got a net deployed out there, like 1 or 2 sections of net he put out to see if he could catch some fish. If it is, it's the same type of net we use. Interesting to watch what he's doing, huh? Welcome, anyone new? Hello, PK, how are you? We don't get yellowfin tuna, but we do get, what do you call that one? Bonita. We have bonita out here. I'm going fishing tonight, PK. I already told them I want to go. Don't leave without me. I'm going with them. They're out there setting the nets right now. At 5:30, we're just going to go right here to try to catch some fish for foods. Last night, they got 3 kilos. They got a few Spanish mackerel and some guma. They went far. They didn't catch much. I don't think they got any shrimp or crab. They didn't give them to me. So I don't think they caught any. But anyway, what I'm watching, PK, is this guy out here right now swimming with his bucket. I got my zoom on. That's the channel marker right there. And he either put a net out earlier and he's just checking it for fish. And I would walk out there, but I'm afraid my Wi-Fi would be gone if I tried to go out that far. I might lose my Wi-Fi signal. I won't go out to where he's at. I might go out and talk to my father-in-law if my Wi-Fi reach. Need to get some fresh fish. Yeah, I do. You're all right. Exhausted as always. Yeah, spearfishing's nice out here, Ricky. They have some big fish you can spearfish out here. And they do have, we have poussets, cuttlefish, some big ones sometimes. So it's really nice. There's a lot of fresh fish out here where we are. This is called the Sea of Asid, A-S-I-D. And you can look up fish of the Sea of Asid, Philippines, and you'll probably they'll show you what fish are out here. There's a lot of different species of fish. We've caught blacktip reef sharks out here too. So I'm at the edge of my signal right now. Am I at the edge, PK? I'm still okay. I think I'm okay. Or did I lose you? I should go back, huh? I'm at the edge of the water, guys. Right at the edge of the water here. Yeah, I'll go back. I'm far from the antenna. The antenna is way over there on the other side of my shed house in the front. So we'll go back. This is probably close enough to watch those guys from anyway. I love it out here, guys. I'm going to be changing my big boat soon. I got a project coming up, guys. We're going to take our big boat and we're going to make it more habitable, you might say, because people like PK, when he comes here, he wants to be able to take a boat and go island hopping and sleep there and stuff. And I think if we make our big boat habitable, it's much safer than him trying to build his own boat and spend all that money. He can just borrow our boat and take it and go, you know. Still decent signal at the edge of the water. Great content. Thank you, Todd. Anyway, guys, I'm planning to, we're going to build like a cabin area on our boat, sort of like the area you saw on the boat that James and Karen rode on. We're going to do something like that and put a CR on it. So you have a place where you can go in private if you need to take a dump. And it goes in the ocean anyway. But anyway, that's kind of what we're planning on doing. I don't think he's spearfishing, guys. I think he's out there. I think he's, because I don't see him going down. He's got his bucket attached to him and he's on top of the water. He's swimming on top of the water with his goggles on, looking for something. Unless he's going to dive down and leave his bucket. I'll zoom in. We'll kind of watch. Let me zoom in. Maybe you can watch him better. Starts moving around a lot when I get out to full zoom like this. You see his bucket back there. He's just swimming around. He's looking with his goggles under the water. Got his head down, looking under the water. Swimming along the coral reef is what he's doing. There's big corals out there where he's swimming. You see it's shallow. He just stood up, so it's not very deep. He's swimming along the coral rocks. There's big, big coral rocks out there, big ones. So I'm not sure what he's doing unless he has a net out there, and that's why he took his bucket, so he can check and get all the fish out of the net without having to remove the net, and then he can just put the fish in the bucket. But he hasn't come back to his bucket. So it's really weird. I don't know what he's doing. Okay, we definitely can build your boat out here, PK. I'm just trying to make it easier for you to start having a more enjoyable time while you're here without your, before your boat gets built. Yeah, he's following the corals is what he's doing. He's out on the outside edge of the corals. The water there is probably 4 or 5 meters deep. Maybe a little deeper where he is right now swimming. But he's probably, I see him standing sometimes. I think he's standing on the coral rocks. There's some huge corals out there. Okay, what is my now? Where's he going? Anyway, we're going to go at 5:30, guys. The sun's up now. I'm not even sure of the time, but I think I got time to go up and finish getting a bite to eat real quick. There's fishing right out here, guys. You can see him. Let me see. Fishing also right outside the corals. So that's what my father-in-law wants to do tonight. We're going to go drop our nets. We got 15 sections of net, almost a mile of net. It's 1,500 meters of net we're going to be dropping tonight. Yep, definitely PK. PK is actually easier to, we can use trucking. We'll use trucking. By the time you come, there will be a road that goes all the way into the village there, and you'll be able to just use the trucking and truck materials right to your house, or use trucking and a chariot. You know, it's not even good to do it by boat. Oh, it's 4 p.m. here, so I got a little time, but he told me 5:30 he's gonna be ready to leave. So he's just gonna be watching for the sunset. Oh, they're still putting the net in the boat. They just turned the boat a little bit, probably got it on top of the net. So there's a few people. You see how far this guy's already got over here? He's way over here now. Let's see, where's he at? Lost him. You guys spot him? I didn't spot him on my camera. Ah, he's behind the boat. Okay, he's right over the bow of the boat. There he is. Right back over there. He's probably gone 100 meters already if he had net out. Anyways, we'll walk over, see what he had, what he caught when he comes back. He'll be back in a little bit. But guys, all kinds of fishing out here. You want to come fishing out here? You can dive along the corals out here. There's a big coral reef right here. You can dive out here with spear gun, scuba. Or you don't need scuba. You just need a snorkel mask and fins for diving. If you want to get the big fish, you got to go deeper. Or put Kauaian out. There are some Kauaian artificial reefs we put out. The one we put out is in 23 meters of water. So if you're good for diving down to 70 feet, you can dive that one and see what's at the bottom there. I'm sure there's a lot of big fish at the bottom. They jigging and they catch, to me it looks like big spotted sand bass. They're big, they're not grouper. They look like a spotted sand bass and they're probably 5, 6, 7 kilos per fish. Pretty good size. They're big. I don't know if spotted sand bass get that big or I'm just misclassifying them. It may be a part of the grouper class. They look pretty much the same. So I'm going to share something else with you guys. It's right here in front of me. This seed right here, guys. You guys see that? I already told PK about this before on another feed I showed you guys. This seed here, guys, it's from a telesci. It's a beach almond, okay? And you break this open, and in the middle of it, you break it with a hammer or a big rock. In the center of it is the meat of the seed, and it tastes better than a pecan to me. It's very delicious, the meat. So you won't have to starve in the Philippines, guys. You got plenty of bananas. You got plenty of these talesai growing with the beach almond. You got plenty of fish. You got plenty of everything. So we have a well. I have 2 wells, and I have a lot of fresh water. But a lot of islands around here don't have fresh water on them. You may think it's all fun and dandy to settle down on a primitive island somewhere and build your paradise. But water is extremely important, that you have water and not have to always bring it in by boat. Hey, Tonton, he's the one doing all the painting there in the shack. You got the lights working now? The lights good? Beautiful. Okay, so the chariot lights are working now. Okay, thank you. Somebody's got the music going. Gonna get my live feed hit with the copyright. But we were at the party the other day. The guy already went home to Zamboanga, I think. Yeah, I hope they got the bridge built by then, but I don't know if that's going to happen. Do you have spider conch there or other large sea snails that are good to eat? Many, PK. Many seashells here that are good to eat. The guys dive and catch them all the time. They walk out here, right here on the rocks. You go right here, all along the rocks, all the way out when it's low tide. People go out, you just look for shells. Some people come back with a bucket full. They know what they're looking for. They spot them right away. They go out here, they move the rocks, catch the crabs underneath the rocks, cook them up. You know, the crabs are probably that big, you know, small crab, but they eat them. Yeah, we have everything here. Huh? Electric now? Start working? Beautiful. It was just the battery, huh? Bad connection. Good. Okay, he did a lot of work on the chariot today. He's got the starter working, so now I don't have to worry about kick-starting the damn thing. I kick-started it yesterday. You see my slippers? I kick-started it, and my foot went like this. It slipped out of the slipper sideways, and my toes were sticking out the up part of the slipper. Unbelievable, because they're so wet and slippery. And as soon as I hit the Kickstarter, my slipper skewed around on me. Boom. So that's something I don't like to do, is kickstart that damn chariot. Sometimes it's such good compression on it, and sometimes it actually kicks back, pow, like that on you. But now he's got the starter fix. Beautiful, beautiful. I thought it was the battery. That's why I told him, take the cover off, remove the battery, let's check it, and let's get this thing running right. So it's running right. He got it. Okay, so the other boat went over to help the guy out. He's over there with the other boat. They went over there. That's his cousin that's over there with them. That's Hustle. Used to be my boat captain on my big boat. Queen Charm. But he got old. You know, they get to the point where they their vision's not so good, or they're getting to the point where their shoulders, arms are hurting them. They don't pull start the engines very good, so they don't want to be embarrassed by it. So they just stop being your boat captain. And the other thing is that he's got all of his sons now. His sons grew up, and they're all working now in Manila. One of them works at the Beatrice Rafaela Resort, one of my customers here I do HVAC for. One of his sons works there, and the other sons are in Manila. His daughter, I don't know where his daughter is. I think all she does is TikToks. But anyway, he's got money coming in. So if you have money coming in here, they don't like to go fishing. Seems like a lot of us, U.S. forces in the air, Barry says. Where are you at right now, Barry? He says, Trump really wants a war. He might be collecting spider conch in his tub. He could be, PK. That's why I want that property with the well on it. You know, you're not going to get that one. The one behind it that we have. And it's close to the beach, too. You're not going to get the well. I'm telling you, you're not going to get it, PK. They're not going to sell that. And it's brackish. Best thing to do is have another source of water. And we already have another source of water. You don't have to worry about that. I know. Well, you can always desalinate your water if that comes to that, you know what I mean? I hope you guys all like and subscribe my channel today, because I'm working hard towards getting my channel built up. We're getting there. We're really getting there quickly. I'm going to go over 3,000 sometime tonight, PK. I don't know why they stopped me at 29.88. Really, really weird. I was at 28.23 yesterday, I thought. And then today only went up to it went to 29.88, and they stopped it. I'm 12 away from monetization. Maybe they have to deal with applications right now for monetization, so they wanted to stop me from reaching the 3,000 right away. Keep making me wait an extra day or something. I don't know what's going on. It's a business for them, you know. So you guys see all the dogs over there? That's what they do. There's no dog control here. So one dog will be a female, and the other one will be a bunch of males. And the male dogs will go start fighting with each other. Let's see what they're doing. I didn't run. Somebody said I was doing animal abuse the other day. I threw a rock at a dog. I heard the dog yelp. It's like I threw it like I did these dogs at Coconut, you know. I just lightly tossed it and rolled down the hill, but I scared the dog with the rock the other day. I didn't hit it, but I got really close and scared it. It yelped. The person could hear the yelp. Oh, that's animal abuse. It's not animal abuse here. There are so many dogs here, guys, and nobody will claim them. If you ask whose dog this is right here, nobody's. The puppy that came from her, nobody's. Doesn't belong to nobody. All the dogs on the beach out there, you see, all of them belong to nobody. Nobody owns them. No dogs. I own my dog, Smokey. But if you ask the neighbors, the dogs hanging out their house, whose dog it is, I don't know. Not mine. Even one time, Judith came over, and she had this little black dog following her and the kids. They came all the way up in the yard, right? The dog comes up behind them. I go, Judith, is that your dog? No, I don't have a dog. PK says they're probably just making sure you aren't paying for views or something like that, like some people do. I see. And also, PK, I got to be really careful. Yesterday, you saw we had those kids coming into the site, and we actually were chatting a little bit with the people that came in the site, and then we realized they're kids. But we need to, as soon as they mention, if someone comes in with a name, if they mention that they are 7, 8, 9, 10, up to 18 years of age, anything up to it, you know, from born all the way to 18, we don't need to talk to them at all. We need to not speak to them whatsoever. If they subscribe, they subscribe. If they put little stupid sayings on the chat, we need to not talk to them at all. And I'm really thinking that maybe it's better to protect the channel, because James was telling me that the bots will come in, the trolls will come in, and they'll be of age, but they'll say, "Oh, I'm this age," you know, and they'll come up with a name. They'll give you a name like somebody's name that has a little young channel, you know, like a little kid. And we need to really be careful that we don't discuss with them. And the other thing he was talking about was people who talk about sending you money. They want to see your ID, or they send you want to send you money, get your email account, things like that. That chances are it could be YouTube just setting traps for you. So not to deal with those people at all, just ignore them. So we need to probably start booting that kind of people out of our site too, just to protect us. All right, Todd, I hope so. I hope we get more than 2 buckets, but the way it's going right now, we had a Lindol, guys, Lindol. Lindol is earthquake. And Cebu got hit with a pretty strong earthquake, and then every single day they've been having aftershocks, okay? So when the Lindols come, or in the neighboring islands, when they have earthquakes here, the fish seem to go out in deeper water. They're not up here in the shallow water where we're fishing. It seems like they're hiding in deeper water, is my best guess, because every time we go after an earthquake, we don't catch nothing. There's no fish, 2-3 kilos only. So, and this is a good fishing time of year. October is a good fishing time. So I expect tonight we'll probably do okay. But the other night I got 15 kilos. My other fishing boat, he went out, he got 15 kilos the other night. Then he went, last night my father-in-law went out there. He went out far and 3 kilos only. But I think it's because we're being still disrupted by the earthquake and the shaking of the ground. And somehow it's fish. So, and we fish the bottom. So either that or they just don't want to be near the bottom, and they're going up near the top, you know? So many dogs here. You never know whose dog is whose, you know? But who cares? Let them run. I just tolerate them until they start fighting. Once they start biting each other and fighting, especially if they're around kids, I put a quick stop. Oh, Ted over in Journey's Image. We'll see a nice sunset tonight. I'll make a good video of everything. Yeah, exactly, PK. It made you wonder. You know, his channel was 14 years old, and he was telling us he was 7. If you guys want to join a good living in the Philippines, so please join. So I just been kind of letting people join without. And look at this, guys. You imagine your child out here swimming, and on this glass. I'll put it over here. Maybe you'll see it better. You imagine? Very wicked. So I see it every time he sees it. We always pick it up. The kids, his grandkids, you know? It's terrible. That's a sharp. I cut my toe the other night on it. I still have a cut. Signal spotty. Anyway, I got to stop my feed here pretty soon, guys. I need to go up and get a bite to eat, get some snacks together, maybe grab a few meals for the trip tonight so I can enjoy it, enjoy the sunset with a couple of mules and some good cameras for you guys so that you guys will be able to see us fishing and enjoying life the way it should be in the Philippines. Yeah, exactly, PK. They can't afford to buy it. Anyway, guys, I will be stopping my live feed now, and I want to say God bless you all. We love you. We're going to be fishing tonight for sure, and I'll make a nice video, and as soon as I return, I'll throw a little thumbnail on it, and we'll post it up, and hopefully we got some fish to share with you. I think we're okay. I don't think we're going to get rained on tonight. It's looking pretty good. Let me check the weather. That looks good. We're only going right here. Looks good there. A few clouds here, sun over here. Nothing major coming up behind us. Still dark gray, but I'll bring a rain jacket with me, maybe. Nah, it's kind of blue sky over there. There's no rain coming. We're okay. Should be all right, guys. We're going to have a good time tonight. Come on up and get coffee, Bam. Let's go get coffee. Bam does a lot of work for me, too. And he goes fishing with my father-in-law. So, look, he got this all painted up, white paint, stopped. Oh, I'm zoomed still, huh? Well, there you go. So he's working on this. He's going to get all of it painted white. I guess my wife told him to paint it all because it's going to help to preserve the Hawaiian. And we're going to put a second coat on it. A little bit wet still. I'll get out of here. We're going to put a second coat on it. It's going to look really nice when he's done. You see when they don't protect it, it looks like this. You know, the Hawaiian. This is since they built this in 2020 right here on the corner of my property. This is a shed house. They used it for checkpoint people coming through. See, they did something with it, but they didn't really preserve it, see? And over the years, it's still, look at the benches, 5 years old, you know? Still good. It's out of the sun. No bugs got it. This one got eaten by the bugs. You can see that. See? All the bugs got into that one, ate it up. But anyway, this one's okay. This whole shed house is still going. Got some rot up here. This is because there's a mango tree right above us. And the mangoes hit the rooftop here. Came right through the roof. So, all right. Ben's motorcycle. Yeah, the mango tree is right here, guys. You see this big tree? This is mango right here. And it's right over the rooftop. So the storm did a number on it. This one I'm going to finish cutting this tree down. That's like what they call gumball tree. That's what this one is. And there's still some good wood on it. I'll bring the chainsaw out here. We'll probably cut it right here above the fence level. Just cut it right here. Leave the stump. And then we can't cut it this way. Dang it. Because we got all these wires here. We can't remove the wires. That's fiber, Wi-Fi from somebody's JM Peso fiber, another cable from a Wi-Fi, and electrical power wire here. I guess we're going to have to drop it. Shoot. Ain't much choice. I'm going to have to drop it in the neighbor's yard or drop it on the shed house and let it tear it up the rest of the way. Look at the branches up here on it. You didn't see those before. That typhoon did a number on us, guys. It really did. Anyway, I walked back up the house before I stopped my live feed. You'll see the mess we're still dealing with. This is what you want, PK, right here. So by the time you come, some of these will already be brown, ready for seed. And I'm going to, when these come down, to protect them, when I take the coconuts down, I'll move these for seeds. I'll move them up to the house. So when they turn brown and they start sprouting out little trees, these are all going to be mini dwarfs like this one. So you can get the coconut right here and you're right in your reach, you know. Very, very nice to just grab your coconuts. And I've been pulling some off and giving them to NJ to eat because they're easy for me to get. But I've got some other trees that are full, like this one. I need to get up here and drop these coconuts down. And this is a mid-size, it's not a dwarf, it's a mid-size coconut tree. Okay, guys, they got them to go twice as tall as these. But this is like a mid-size. I got 4 of them here. One right here. You see the fruit up there. Then this one right here. This one over here, and I got one back right over there. So I got 4 of them right here. 5 of them. This one hadn't started producing yet, but this one is producing. Anyway, apple trees, I don't know how much crop I'm going to get this year. I think the flowers were on the tree when the storm hit. Because I looked at some of the branches of the apple trees that got knocked down, and it looked like the flowers were already there. It's possible we lost all of our crop of apples this year, the star apples. So, anyway. Yep, do a couple of dwarf bucos. Yep. This is cherries, guys. Filipino cherries. Okay, these will turn red, purple color, and then you eat them. They're not bad. This plant survived pretty good. Got a lot of fruit on. I showed a video of this one before the storm. But you see now that all the leaves are gone, look at all the fruit. You can see all the fruit. It's plentiful. The fruit hung in there, but the leaves are gone. This whole side of the tree, all the leaves are gone. Unbelievable. This is good wood here. I'm gonna put all this wood away. The rest I'll use for firewood. I got these Hawaiian posts or poles here. They still require cleaning. These, what would I do with these guys? I'll show you how tall they are. I saw Judith out here stacking them up today. Let me show you how tall one is. I'll just grab one. Let's take one. Trying to figure out which one I want to grab here. They're all so long, all underneath each other. Like this one. I'm going to try to show you how long these suckers are. I grow these here. I got a stand right there of them. Now, there you go. That's how long that sucker is. So what I do is I put a net on the end of it, and then I can reach all the way up there in the mango trees and pick the mangoes with it. That's why I like this breed of bamboo. This one's very young. It's not going to make a very good one. But I'll clean it off anyway, let it dry. And I'll get many more. It's right here. My whole stand is here. So many more new babies will be coming soon. They'll be growing and shooting up. I'll have so many. So it'll revive this one. Pretty soon I'll have them way up in the sky again, 40 feet tall. And that's just the apple tree and my Seneguilas tree. I haven't done anything with it. Maybe tomorrow I'll get. All right, 2-story kubo. Well, that'll be fun to build. For sure. See the bananas, guys, that got broken? If you have banana trees in the Philippines and they break on you, just cut. Cut like this around them. Leave the center. Be careful. Do your cut around them and stop. And this little piece in the center here, poop, there comes your new tree. Coming. New leaf. You see it's all wrapped up here? That'll open up, and pretty soon you have a nice big old banana leaf, and your tree will grow and survive, and all of these trees will come back. All the bananas are coming back. These are a gabi. We spoke about that in a video. I talked about eating gabi. That's gabi. We eat the roots of that branch, of that those green big leaves like that. We eat the roots of that. It's not bad. A little slimy, but not too bad. I'm gonna see if I don't lose my signal. I want to show you guys something. I got to cut those branches down. You know what these branches are good for here? This is what really big like this. And my elephant ears might not have big elephant ears. Let me go check the battery power.
Okay.
See where we're at. Hi Ella, how are you? Hi Ella, how are you? Ella's home. I don't want to shine on their little thing they got going on here. Oh, we're really close. I'm at 86% battery life. Okay, good. This is Meredith. Single?
Yeah.
Single or married? Huh? Single? Never been married?
Separated.
Oh, separated. So married, separated. Okay. That's Meredith. No husband now. Her husband's not with her any longer. They're separated. What, son? We're at 86%. I hate to do it because we may not have enough power tonight, son. You guys got the lights off for a reason. It's getting late. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this one up. Yeah, you got it. That's what they're doing, guys. So anyway, they do that quite often here. They enjoy themselves playing cards. So sorry about losing the signal. I was going to show you my bad boy, but my signal dropped. That's the important thing about me getting the WAV link out there. I'm not going to get it tonight because I'm going to go out with the guys tonight. So anyway, I'm just going to make sure I didn't forget anything. BK, I did buy ginger. Where's my ginger, Dan? We bought. Yeah, I bought a bunch of ginger I'm going to be putting in the ground and getting it started here. So, yep. You're going to paint his orange. Yeah, Todd, we'll be going tonight. I'll post up the video tonight when I get back. Usually it takes a while. If it's a long video, it's going to take all night to post up. But I'll get a nice video. You guys will be able to see everything we're doing and see what the fish we're catching and stuff like that. If we catch anything. I hope so. So I'm just backing up real quick, guys, to see if there's anything I missed. If I missed any of your questions, guys, just post them right now. Before I shut down, I'll answer them for you. Good. That'd be good because I'd like to make my own mule. That'd be really cool. Not that I could really sell it here, make it and sell it, but I make it for myself. That'd be the cool part. You know, not have to go out and buy mule anymore. We paid $1,000. Ah, shoot. I was supposed to go to town today and get the 8 cases of mule. Dang it. Where's Charm? Charm? I'll get her to contact them. We may be going out. We're probably going to go out there tomorrow. We'll have to go to town tomorrow. Pick up the mule we ordered because we have 10 cases coming from one guy, 8 cases from another guy. So we need to stock up on our mule. Got parties coming up in December. We're starting to get ready for December holidays coming up, fiesta and parties and everything coming. So this December is the really, really big party time, guys, for us. Fiesta, I think, is 22, 23, 24. Fiesta here. And then we have Christmas 25. We usually have a big party for the kids, which Charm and I will sponsor and buy all gifts for all the kids and foods and stuff like that for them. Huh?
Ho, ho, ho.
Ho, ho, ho.
Wow.
Yeah, it would be much cheaper. Anyway, guys, grab a quick bite to eat. We're going to go fishing a little bit. I doubt if I'm going to have any Wi-Fi signal, but I will make a video. You guys will enjoy it. I promise you, it's going to be a lot of fun. And
How about making it go?
no, I'm going to try to do the Starlink Mini one day where I can actually start filming other things we do other than just fishing, other things I know you guys would enjoy when we go out and about because we're always doing something. My family and I, we always are active in some aspect. So we'd love to share that with you folks. Make some better content. Okay, so I'll shut down my feed. God bless you guys. We love you. And we'll catch you later on. Thank you. PK says, can make like 20 liters of ginger beer with 2 to 2.5 kilos of ginger. Okay, we look forward to it. I'll get some growing. Okay, guys. Signing off. Bye now.
Akong samban. Bukan lagi kok.